Hi everybody, just woke up from my night's wild camping. I'll show you my gear. Right now this is camping on a budget. I may be a BMW driver, but it doesn't mean I've got pots of money. I just took you through my gear. I'm just in the New Forest doing some wild camping. It's mid-November. It was pretty cold last night. It was a frost. But this is my Coleman Coastliner 3, which I picked up for 50 quid. I think it was on Facebook actually. Picked it up a couple of months ago after the festival, so there's a million tents up for sale, but they're all massive big ones. You can pick up a 10-man tent for 50 quid. This had only been used twice, it's brand new. So I've got this Trespass Chair off of eBay. I think it was just under 20 quid. So not far off the new price, but this is the steel chair. It's rather than being lightweight aluminium, this is quite heavy. I wouldn't class it as a backpacking chair, but I wouldn't want to have that in my backpack because it's quite weighty. But because I'm 6 foot tall, I didn't want to be, you buy a chair and use it twice and then it fold up on me. So I've gone for the heavier option. As I'm on my bike, it don't really matter that much. Now the reason I've gone for the Coastliner is the footprint isn't that much different than the Coastliner 2, but you get more headroom. It's a little bit wider because it's meant to be for 3 people. But you get a little, the actual length of it is virtually exactly the same. You just get a little bit more head height. So when it's pissing down with rain, which it more often is in England, you've got the quite big porch area that you can sit in there. Like last night, I zipped up, had my seat in there, done all my cooking in there last night, in the warm. It just got too cold last night. I couldn't do a video last night because there was a lot of people milling around here. So I just popped my tent up just at last light, and I did lay in a little bit. I should be packing up and be gone before everyone tips up. So I'm not far. The car park is literally, the car park is just there, and that's the toilet block. Now, no one talks about the ablutions on these videos, but being a middle-aged man, I need to have a dump in the morning. So rather than doing the bare shit in the wood things, I try and camp near a toilet and find out if they're going to be open. Not far from the road. The road's only just behind that line of trees there. There's a hotel down the road. I don't know if you're going to see in here. No. Right, let me get my bed out. The only thing I did buy new was my bed. And of course my roll mat. Now this is lightweight. Wouldn't mind taking this camping in the backpack. You look at the weight of that, it weighs absolutely nothing. So what you get is, they brought out a bed. These are the feet of the low level bed. All they've done is change the attachment. Stuck these legs in. make it a better height. Because these are new out with that leg on, you can't get them second hand. You can get the low level bed for second hand, but the bed with the legs on, I think I actually paid 70 quid for that. It was a lot of money, but at least it's brand new and it's not all bent up. So basically, it was cold last night. I just made my brew. Now I know everyone is mad on these gas cookers, but years ago when I was in the army, I had one of these. I had a Peak One multi-fuel stove, and a good friend of mine gave me this one. The beauty of using petrol is I carry petrol on the bike anyway, so I've got fuel. Like when you see people tip up, at the campsite, and when you watch the videos, the first thing they say, "Well, I hope I've got enough gas." So you've got to carry a spare. You've got to carry a spare gas cylinder. And if you have a night like last night, where it's absolutely bloody freezing, the normal blue gas cylinder won't work. You need to have a propane mix. So you go camping, you've got your bluey, and then you find that when you turn it on, it's hardly enough heat there to boil a kettle. It's because the temperature's too low, the gas sinks. You need a propane mix. So the multi-fuel stove, it works all the time, never let me down, and boils a kettle of water in 5 seconds flat. Right, I've got to pack up. Now, all my videos, all you guys watch, none of them I ever edit because I don't know how to do it. So I've downloaded an editing app. So I'm going to try and edit this video. So I'm going to leave the camera running. I'm going to take the tent down and everything and see if I can edit that and put it on high speed. I'm going to do it at high speed anyway. But so this will be my first edited video. There might even be some music on there. Yeah, it was cold last night. My sleeping bag I've had for nearly 30 years, which I slept in every day when I was in Bosnia, 7.5 months. It's probably buggered. When I got up this morning for a wee at 4:30, I did have to put some extra clothes on because it was a bit cold. Because I do get really hot when I get in bed, and I end up taking all my kit off. And then obviously when I came out here for a wee last night, it was cold. The moon had come up so you could see a bit. I ended up putting my trousers and my jacket on. And then I fell asleep, was going to get up early, but it's now 5 to 8. I wanted to be on my way home by now. Anyway, let's get the tent put down and we'll see if I can do any editing. pack your sleeping bag unrolled. It takes up less room than rolling it into a big ball, and then you can fit everything around it. As you'll see in a minute, I'm going to put my bed and the tent in my dry bag, and my sleeping bag fits at the bottom. I've taken the seat off the bike, so this fits in between the handles for the pillion handles. The sleeping bag sits snugly in there. If we rolled the sleeping bag up and put it in the stuff sack, it makes it such a hard lump that you've got to fit everything else around that. A Trespass Blanket are on sale at the moment. This was $4.99, I think. Nice fleece. Now I'll put the roll mat on top of the bed, because I found that when I slept on my brother's, he got camp beds, but they're the big ones. I was quite cold under, the cold was coming from underneath, so I put my roll mat on top of the bed, and then I put this on top of the roll mat. Now every blanket you put underneath you is worth 2 on top for the heat that comes through from underneath. So, and if you do get too cold and you think you're warm enough underneath, you can always stick this on top. This is another eBay purchase. I've had in the past self-inflated roll mats, but when I go to use them, they're always rotten. So I bought this blow-up one. It comes with a pillow. I'm hoping it isn't going to rot, same as the self-inflating ones. Part of the reason for getting this was the size when it's folded up. It's unbelievably small, as you can see. Let's go and roll this up. Don't fold it in half, we get the air out of it. Right, now the reason I went for the Coleman tent was it's you put the outer up first. So when you tip up or get up in the morning and it's pissing down, you can take all the inner and everything down, get it all packed up while it's raining outside. Because last time we went camping in the summer, we had the little one-man tents. Oh, excuse me. And we just started packing everything up and it started to rain. So then it was a mad panic to get everything cleared up. So, you know, when you think about these things, in a lot of these tents you put the inner up first and you throw the fly sheet over the top. Now, I've camped with loads of tents, and I've got a tent which you put the inner up first. It's no good for motorcycle, because, you know, 9 times out of 10 it's bloody rain, or the really heavy dew. So if you turn up at your campsite, it's raining, you can put the outer up while you've still got your waterproofs on, stick your hat on, and then you can get inside the tent, hang all the inside up without the worry of getting soaking wet. There's nothing worse when you're camping, being wet, let alone on a motorbike. There's nowhere to get dry. Oh. Right, I'm going to disappear inside there and unhook all the inner. From the road, This is just a really dark area, so you just disappear. But the only problem with that is come night time or last light, can't see a thing. You can hear how brand new this tent is. Clean it all up when we get home. Now these straps, I did have bungees, but if you look at these straps, rock straps, you can buy these in different lengths. You've got a stretchy bit on that end, a loop on that end. So cross those over. And then the net I use as a double safety precaution. And if you buy anything, you can track it inside that. And that's it, ready to rock and roll. Mandatory, always have an earbud. Just compress any earwigs that are caught in your ears during the night. So overall, on the experience of my first wild camp, is it was so bloody dark up here last night I could have slept right next to the car park. They're not going to come down here to move me on. Right, I'm going to turn the camera off because I'm going to put my levers on, and you don't want to see all that shit. Okay, bye.